Welcome back to every NES game. I am Slider, once again joined by Manga, and this is the game called 8 Eyes. This is one of the games I'd literally never heard of before this. And it's, as you can tell from the demo, it's a little interesting.
It looks like your standard, vaguely fantasy-ish side-scroller. Oh, it has 2-player mode, that's interesting.
So, there's a level select, but I'm just gonna... For my first playthrough, I decided to go for the first level there. Now we're just this guy with this little dagger, and we have a sort of, I guess, hawk with us. Our name is Orin, and its name is Cutris? Cutness? I don't know.
Cutris?
Cutris. Let's go with that. Now, the immediate thought and the immediate truth of the matter is that this is basically a Castlevania knockoff. You know, as the somewhat creepy setting, like the look of the game especially, with all the blocks around, and the stairs, and the bats. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is very Castlevania.
Plus the crucifixes you get from dead enemies?
You say that confused, but that actually would fit Castlevania reasonably well. Also, we can't kill this guy for reasons I don't know, but he can certainly kill us.
Also, these dudes are, like, the most vaguely stereotypical Middle Eastern-ish looking dress dudes ever, and they're all very white.
This game was from the 80s.
Yeah, I'm concerned this is an 80s NES game. How racist is this going to turn out to be?
No, not any more than you've seen, at least.
Good? Is that a Jawa?
Yeah, that was my initial thought too. So this is one of those games where, like, let's figure it out immediately. I'm confused. We got a white ball from killing the Jawa, and we have a bird that's with us, and we hit a switch to open the door, and there's bats and what. And now it's closed.
Do you control the bird at all, or does it just kind of fly around and do its thing?
That's a very good question.
Oh, hello, skeletons.
Skeleton with the sword, of course.
Standard.
Fortunately, unlike Castlevania, I can't seem to find any meat in the... Can't find any meat in the walls. Come on, I want to heal myself with free meat in the walls.
Or is a whole roast chicken to shove down my throat?
Yes.
The music is going to be very annoying very soon, isn't it? Like, it's not 1942 annoying, but it's already pretty annoying. Oh, and you're dead.
Anyway, that failed. Yeah, that didn't go so well.
Okay, who or what is 8 Eye? Because it says, welcome to 8 Eyes, like, apostrophe 8 Eyes, so...
I don't know.
Who or what is or has 8 eyes?
But I do die a lot.
Yeah, I'm getting that. Mainly to those skeletons who have much longer blades than you do.
Anyway, eventually, after some practice, looking up some things, I had a better idea of what I was doing, and I decided to go to, I believe this is the Spain level. I don't think they could even think of Spanish stereotypes for this. Unless jogging is somehow a stereotype. Look at him jog.
As far as I know, the stereotypes about Spain are everybody sleeps in the middle of the afternoon, good food, way too many hypocritical old British people. Okay, the hawk's getting you freebies.
Yeah. So the hawk is controlled by... You have to press B up for the hawk to, like, leave your side. By the way, that's a tip for something.
That is a really weird way for that text to scroll out, by the way.
All I know is that's a vague tip because it's Castlevania 2 did something like that. That's my guess. Anyway, you press the B up and, as we're attacking this giant bat, again, Castlevania. Press B up and the hawk leaves your side, and then it'll, like, just go around doing stuff. But if you but you can send it away from you sometimes to, I guess, attack enemies. But the main thing you do with it, and this is weird, you have to press B up and then press B down at a very specific time and it'll charge forward, sometimes to attack enemies, sometimes to open blocks, to find secret items. By the way, this is a big problem with NES games. Terrible weapons.
Yeah, that dagger is shitty.
And everything else just destroys it. So you have to be very careful.
Why are none of these guys wearing pants?
Now that helped to heal Citrus, Cutrus, whatever's HP a bit. We both have HP, by the way. Though Auron is obviously the one with much bigger danger.
Is that a skull in the wall?
Yeah, though it kind of looks like Jason's mask.
A little bit.
So yeah, to get an item we literally have to do this charging thing with the hawk 3 times. Now that item, as you can see, if you notice the health bars, there's like a blue and red line towards the left of all the bars.
Yeah.
That's the limit of how far your health and your item uses is. But if you get these little bowls in the walls, somehow it increases the maximum for that. I kinda hope that sounded like gibberish, because it should to any normal human being.
Definitely the kind of thing you need to read the instruction manual to know.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to question the flying, flaming skulls. Like that's just a thing that's happening now.
Fortunately, our enemies are in our way while trying to get this item. They'll give us maximum health that we'll never reach. Jogging guy again with a giant sword. Like, you literally have to attack, then walk away, then go back and attack. If you don't do it right, you're gonna get hit.
Well, at least Cupid up there can't see you. Seriously, why do none of these guys have pants?
It annoys me that it's so easy to increase our maximum health, but almost no way to actually heal, it seems. Now, if you obviously notice, the drop crosses for some reason, because Castlevania, I guess. The white ones increase your item usage, which is the red bar, and the sort of reddish ones that they rarely drop gives us more health.
Is there any indication there being a story or anything to this game? Like any particular reason why your dude and Hawk are running around
Nope.
stabbing people?
Unfortunately, a lot of the enemies can just be killed the same way. Stab, walk back, stab, walk back.
When all you have is a dagger.
I mean, we could use our special items, but that uses up a lot of energy really quickly, and we're gonna want to save it for the boss. And then there's this guy, who unfortunately, as I'll find out, is another invincible guy. As far as I'm aware, it's basically impossible to get past this guy without getting hit, which is dumb.
At least he was the only person down here who has pants.
That guy had a boomerang for some reason? Okay.
As you do.
And that got shot through us through the walls.
As you do. That is totally a thing you can do with a bow and arrow, is shoot through a stone wall.
How did anyone expect to figure this out? To use the hawk, press B up, then press B down to go through the walls to get items by hitting the block that... What?
Well, see again, I think this is the thing I said in a previous video. This is an era where they didn't have game tutorials, you had your instruction manual instead, and you read your instruction manual to find out. But that's also probably where the story to this game is.
Probably.
Like, if there is any, it'll be in the instruction manual. I'm actually straight up gonna Google this, because I really want to know who or what 8 Eyes is.
And that's how you use your item. You have to jump in the air and press B up, instead of being on the ground. I'm not even kidding, I think.
Oh my god, can I read you the game synopsis from Wikipedia? Because this is one of the most 80s things I've ever read.
Okay.
8 Eyes is set in a post-apocalyptic future. Good start. Mankind is recovering from hundreds of years of chaos and nuclear war, and civilization is being rebuilt by the Great King, who harnesses the power of 8 jewels. These jewels, known as the 8 Eyes, were formed at the centers of 8 nuclear explosions that came close to destroying the Earth.
What?
The 8 Eyes have mysterious power which, in the wrong hands, could bring about the end of the world. The Great King's 8 power-hungry dukes steal the jewels for themselves and banish the king to the nuclear wastelands, threatening to once again plunge the Earth into war. So you're playing Orin the Falconer and his fighting Falcon Cutlass. Apparently this is what, like, the flaming skulls are. They're nuclear mutants.
What?
That's how they're explaining shit in this game. It's not Castlevania-style magic, it's nuclear mutants.
What? Why? I cannot...
And see, changing the elements from magical to nuclear mutants now makes me even more confused about all the crucifixes.
Yes! That actually makes the least amount of sense possible. And we died. At the boss, great. I'm happy. We accomplished nothing. But for one last level, let's try... How about we go to Egypt?
I'm sure there's no potential for this to be horribly racist. Things said in Egypt really are.
Shockingly, it's not. I guess. I mean, not that I could tell.
No, it's the same generic soldiers. They're not even throwing mummies at you.
Yeah, that actually annoyed me. There's no mummies. That's just a waste.
Why would you have an Egypt level with no mummies?
Yeah, that's quite silly.
Just the same generic bats and shit. And, okay, it doesn't say anything on here on why crucifixes. Like, although, apparently, like, Japan does have this thing where they use Catholicism as their standard for an exotic weird religion, which is fair enough, really. So it might have just been this cool, vaguely foreign, vaguely religious symbol thing. Yay!
Honestly, my theory is that, and I could be wrong, but I think this was actually entirely changed in the English localization. They just made some dumb shit up to make it post-apocalyptic so that it wasn't so blatantly Castlevania-like. Though I do love the thing about the 8 dukes and the crystals. Just so stupid.
It is just the most 80s possible thing, that synopsis.
Yes.
And I'm guessing that green dude is another nuclear mutant.
I guess.
Because apparently that's what's going on here.
The original Fallout was weird.
I wonder why you're a falconer too. Like, what? Why is that the best warrior the Great King's got to offer? I mean, this dude is a Great King with, you know, Great King being capitalized. So...
I'm just confused on how I killed it with one hit. It's this great big green monster, just one hit from the Falcon, dead.
Yeah, I don't know.
The
Oh, is that a mummy?
It's more like a mud man. Man of mud.
Apparently.
By the way, those doors sometimes, particularly if you're off-screen enough, will respawn enemies.
Well, isn't that nice of them?
Now we have to hit that switch and get to the door on the far side in time. But that guy's in the way. Come on, come on. Oh.
Fucking Clayface in the way.
He's like Clayface. We have to get through. The hell?
Fairies?
Giant blue cat. Oh god! Panther of Death!
That's nippy. Wow.
It's Panther of Death.
Apparently.
And insects? Okay. And...
A big naked dude with a hammer that instantly died? Okay then.
cool. Why are we being attacked by bees?
Covered in bees! What?
I don't... What?
I don't even know what to call those. Like, what?
And they turn into a tiny thing for no reason.
Nuclear mutants?
It looks like a blue fire demon head.
I
guess.
I guess. Maybe that's what you call it. I don't know.
Okay, come on. I have almost no half. Come on, just...
Nope, you did.
I am a failure. What a weird game.
That was an experience.
Yes, it certainly was. If I could be honest, I kind of, sort of like this game against all odds. Because let me just say completely, this is not a good game. This is Castlevania without understanding what makes Castlevania good at all. And adding stupid complications. But the thing is, I love the classic Castlevania games, and really no one has directly... Well, maybe nowadays, but back then no one really straight up ripped off Castlevania like this. To such a degree. Like, it might as well be a Castlevania level pack in some ways. And, I don't know, there's just something kind of fun about trying to figure out its weird mechanics, and, I kind of like the atmosphere of Castlevania games, so that kind of comes through as well. And at least the enemies are interesting. Like, I kind of get that they are creatures that exist.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't be judging an 80s NES game on its storytelling. Like...
But that is amazing.
It's like watching superhero movies for the scientific accuracy.
Post-apocalypse. Why? I don't know.
Because why not?
When you have a short dagger and a falcon, obviously it means you're the protagonist of a post-apocalyptic story.
Why not?
Maybe that's why the newer Fallout games are basically like the Elder Scrolls games, because clearly no one knows the difference between fantasy and post-apocalyptic science fiction. Same thing.
Well, you know, they put sci-fi and fantasy books in the same bit of the bookstore. They must be the same thing.
Yes, exactly. Just like my favorite post-apocalyptic story, Lord of the Rings. Yeah. 8 eyes and none of them could see what they were doing. Ha ha ha.
But